Call 219 here, and we have a second firearm for 2021 for myself, at least. Inside the box, you get your regular stuff, your paperwork, your lock, and your sticker. This is the Mossberg Patriot, chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. Now, the reason behind this madness is because, I'm getting a little bit, long in the tooth. Father Time is catching up to me, and I can't shoot that 308, which is a Savage Axis, as good as I could in previous years before. So I want to drop down in caliber, maybe even a 243 or something, maybe along the lines of a 30-06. I don't know. But I went with the 6.5 Creedmoor because I talked to a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of people in forums, and they say the 6.5 Creedmoor is very manageable. I was thinking about 350 Legend, but our great neighbors to the north come down and they buy a lot of 350 Legend because it's a straight wall case and they're allowed to hunt with it up there in Michigan. So I went with this gun. A lot of people told me good things about the round, but I will caution you, if you're going to change up your hunting caliber at this time period with the ammo crunch going on, be very, very wary of that. I cannot find 6.5 Creedmoor for, I mean, I've gone to as far as Hammond, Indiana to try and find this round, and I could not find it. Even stopped at my local today. All they had was 6.5 Grendel. Looking at this gun, I'm thinking it's going to serve a purpose, but again, ammo crunch of 2020 into 2021 is really, really tough. I did find some stuff from Fort Scott Munitions. If you look on the channel, I did interview them, the Watermakers Gun Show. Good company, good people, very pricey for what they want for their ammunition. I might have to bite the bullet and order maybe 20 rounds from them because that's about all I can afford because it's very pricey stuff, but you pay for what you get. Looking at the firearm itself, starting from the rear all the way up to the front, it does have a squishy pad here on the end of the stock, which is probably going to help and soak up what recoil this gives up. I've never shot a 6.5 Creedmoor, but I've seen a lot of people shoot it, and it seems manageable. Looking here at the side of the stock, it does have a cheek pad molded into the stock. This is a polymer stock. It's pretty smooth. Maybe I could put something on there to kind of soften it up. It is in camouflage polymer stock. I'm not a huge fan of camouflage, but this one's not that ugly, and the colors, to tell you the truth, would fit in with the area that I live in. Now, moving forward, as we look, it does have a dingus inside the trigger. I don't know if you can pick that up with the new camera. I'll kind of turn it, and the trigger pull on it isn't horrendous. It's a tad bit better than my Savage Axis, and with the dingus in there, you can kind of stage that trigger just a tad bit. So that's a plus. It does come with magazine. We put it back in there, and then the bolt itself. The bolt itself is what they're doing nowadays, is putting that kind of corkscrew pattern on there. I've seen a lot of guns with this on. Bolt with it corkscrewed like that. A lot of guns that look like this. They had a Mossberg there at my old job, but it didn't offer some of the amenities that we're going to get into, but it still had that kind of design on it. But the pull of the bolt itself is pretty smooth. It's going to need to be cleaned up since it's a brand new gun, but it seems very manageable to move the action. Moving to the top of the firearm, it does have Picatinny rail on the top, as you can see there. That might be a tad bit concern for the scope that I have. The scope that I have that's on my 308, I don't know if it's going to fit on here just because of the Picatinny rail configuration on this firearm. I'm really going to have to take that scope off that gun and see what kind of problems I might run into that. But all in all, this is a pretty good setup to put an optic on there, because you have different positions to give you eye relief, unlike some that just have the two mounts that go on top of the bolt. So we're going to have to see about that here in the future if I find some ammunition, because we got to rattle off some rounds before deer season. It is brown barrel. As I pull it back around here, it is a free floating barrel. I don't know if you can pick that up, but you can kind of see it flex, so it free floats in there. Looking at the front of the firearm, another reason why I got this rifle is because of the threaded barrel. It's a fluted threaded barrel, and you can put a can on this. Now, I've been looking at suppressors a lot ever since I put one on my CZ for a shoot that somebody had brought, and I really like suppressors for the fact that it cuts down the noise. Hunting over there by the farm, it is by a school, and we all know how people react with hearing, you know, gunshots and stuff, especially by school in today's society. 20-30 years ago, nobody would really care. So you got to kind of keep that in mind. It might give me an advantage noise wise and kind of canceling as the shot goes off. Other than that, I think it might be a pretty nice rifle, to tell you the truth. It looks okay. Again, I'm not a big fan of camouflage on firearms. I'm not really big on colored guns as a whole. If you look on the channel, a lot of my guns are all black. There's a couple mixed in there that are gray or tan. Other than that, I just like a simple gun. This one offers some pretty good features. I could have got it in black, but I didn't, just because of the threaded barrel. If I do go down that road of getting a suppressor, I'll already have a gun set up to connect those two little images together, which is the suppressor and the firearm. Looking at it to a purpose, I think it's going to serve a great purpose. A lot of the guns that I buy serve a purpose, whether it's for carry, for hunting, or for training. I don't really go out and buy the Gucci Glocks. I don't really go out there and trick a firearm out. I'm pretty basic. As long as the gun functions correctly, doesn't, you know, create problems, and is reliable, I'm pretty satisfied when a gun works that way. I don't have to have all the bells and whistles on them to be satisfied. I just have to have the gun be reliable. Especially this gun, because I'm going to try and put food on the table for the family. Don't want to fail again like I did last year. You know, kind of had a success, but it was kind of taken away. If you go in those videos, you can see what I'm talking about. So this is going to serve a great purpose. It's going to cut down on recoil. The only bad thing about it is, again, when you're changing calibers, whether it even be for your carry gun or, you know, you get home gun or something of that nature, remember, the ammo crunch is still in full effect. It is, in my area, it's really dicey. I did find a little bit of ammo today, but again, looking for ammunition for this type of gun, again, was really hard. So was 380, 38 special, 357, almost non-existent. So be really careful switching out your caliber, especially for your hunting rifle. Again, if I do get another shot on the farm and I do not find any kind of ammunition, at least that I can afford, then I might have to go back to that 308 and really prepare myself to be accurate with that gun more than in the past, since I am getting older. Like the gun, like the looks of it, besides the camo. Other than that, it's going to serve a purpose. I hope it works out. We'll try on that optic, see if we can get it going, and hopefully I'll have ammunition by that time. Then we'll go out to the range, shoot it to about 50, maybe 100 yards, see how it holds up and see what kind of groups we get out of it. But until then, it's going to stay silent. With all that being said, I'd like to thank my old and my new subscribers, just the people that zip through. Greatly appreciate it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to content. Hit that bell for more notifications. And if you want to help out the channel, there's links in the description to help you either go through Patreon or donate directly to it. It helps out greatly, especially for range trips when I have to pay the range fees. Especially in the indoor ranges around here, it's very, very costly. Other than that, thanks for joining me, and like always, guys, we'll catch you hopefully out in the field.